This video is going to talk about how to solve inequalities using multiplication and division. The first example will be negative 3x plus 4 is greater than 13. Okay, so if we have that, our first step is going to be to subtract 4 on both sides. That part is the same. So negative 3x is greater than 9. Okay, now to solve for 1x, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. Here is the key part that you need to remember and write down. Whenever multiplying or dividing by a negative, so that's what we're doing right now, you must flip the inequality. And I will prove this to you in class. Okay, so we're going to flip the inequality because we divided by a negative, right? Do you see that? If it was just a regular, you wouldn't do anything. But because we're dividing by a negative 3, we're going to flip the inequality. So my next step is going to be x is now less than negative 3. So you do the division the same, right? You say 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3, but now I flip the inequality. Okay, so now that we have that, again, you're going to represent this in a number line. So we have 0, negative 3, less than means go to the left, shade in all the possible answers, okay? My possible answers in interval notation will be negative infinity to negative 3, but not including negative 3. So let's just make sure, let's check our answer. So a possible answer under this shaded solution will be, I don't know, let's say negative 6. Just anything that should be under here. I'm going to go back to my original problem. Okay, let's see. Here we go. My original problem was negative 3x plus 4 is greater than 13. So let's plug in negative 6 and make sure that it works. Okay, so let's see if I have room here. Negative 3 times negative 6 plus 4 is on the left side. So that gives me positive 18 plus 4, which is 22. Is 22 greater than 13? Yes, and it works. So if we hadn't flipped the inequality, it would not have worked. Okay, so negative 6 works. We're all good. Okay, here is my next example, and I challenge you to pause this video and try it on your own. Okay, so let's solve this together. All right, negative 2, I'm going to distribute that. So I'm going to get negative 2x minus 8 is greater than or equal to 15. All right, that's just a distributive property. Now I'm going to add 8 to both sides to isolate my variable. Now remember, there's no special rule for adding or subtracting anything. So the inequality stays the same. 15 plus 8 is 23. We're all good. Okay, now I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2 to get 1x. Here is where it gets a little tricky. Again, whenever you divide by a negative or multiply by a negative, you're going to flip the sign. Flip the inequality, I should say. So here we go. It used to be a greater than, now it's a less than. 23 divided by negative 2 is not a nice number, so I'm just going to leave it as 23 over negative 2, and that is my answer. Okay, let's represent this in two other ways. Number line, 0, and here's the best part about this, is I know it's a negative, so it's just left of 0. You don't have to be accurate. And that's it. It's less than or equal to, so I shade it in. Goes to the left. And then now It's just going to be negative infinity all the way to 23 over negative 2 bracket, because it includes that number in our solution.